Some mornings you wake up and you're driving through an area with beautiful Joshua trees and incredible scenery. And then in the afternoon, your wife is 56 degrees off camber and about to roll down a hill. This is one of those days. Well, good morning from the Mojave National Preserve. If you watched the previous video, that one ended with 3 of the 4 of us having tire issues. Luckily, I was not one of those 4, even though I have the worst tire and wheel setup of the bunch, running the stock 20-inch wheels on the GMC Sierra AT4 that 4-Wheel Campers was kind enough to loan me for this trip. So I wasn't real sure where we were going to go. We were going to have to go into Las Vegas to Discount Tire there and get all the tires replaced and stuff. And turns out we were able to make it to where we wanted to be, which is at this really sweet traveler's cabin here in the Mojave National Preserve. Really cool place to camp. Apparently these traveler's cabins are kind of scattered about the area. I think I see another one in the distance up there. But they are just nice little cabins that are maintained by volunteers. And I'll take you in that one here in just a second. But the plan today is to continue on. We cannot get to where the girls are because we're not supposed to be that close to them for the Rebelle Rally. So we're going to stay in the vicinity and today travel through the preserve and get to another campsite closer to Joshua Tree and that area. As you can see, we are surrounded by Joshua trees, which this is my first experience in the Joshua Tree area. And God, they are so cool. This whole place is just absolutely beautiful. All right, let's go into this traveler's cabin. Apparently, if someone's here, you put up the American flag to show that this campsite is occupied. So, just FYI. Let's go inside. This is kind of a if you need it, take it. If you don't need it, you can leave it kind of thing. There's multiple jugs of water in here. There's a tarp. There's this roof nest. I'm guessing a pop-up shower enclosure kind of thing, privacy tent. Ladder. There's this old Coleman ice chest with a bunch of general supplies. Coffee filters, cooking spray. Actually, could use that. Napkins, toilet paper, peanut butter, pasta, trash bags, more water inside, a rechargeable lantern. It does not have running water, even though they have an ample amount of dish soap in here. There's no running water. Then you got the living room, bedroom with a wood-burning stove that does work. A little cot over there. Probably bring your own bedding. History about the cabin. This particular one is called the Gear Cabin. Is an official resource of the National Park Service, so that's really cool. And over here, more supplies. Has some propane, some water bottles. For some reason, high heat black spray paint, because why not? Some lanterns they're dead. These little cabins are awesome. This is definitely one of the nicest ones that I've seen. There were a couple that I found in the Kofa Wildlife Refuge down in Arizona. They weren't near this nice. I have spent the last 8 days living out of this 4-wheel camper Hawk pop-up camper. And I gotta say, it has been awesome. especially as a solo person. It would get a little tighter in here with two. But I've had a place to work each day, very comfortable bed. It's got a heater because we've had some very cold nights, hot water. I've been very impressed with the livability in this four-wheel camper pop-up tent, or pop-up camper. Very impressed with it. I am anxious to pick Kara up after the rally, and the two of us will live in this for 4 days after the rally before we have to fly home, and that'll be interesting. That should be a lot of fun. Okay, we are off. I got a little distracted for a second. Kara and I did get each other cards for all 8 days of the rally, and I was just reading mine. Great way to feel connected. I don't know. Hopefully the cards are helping her feel connected to me. Me watching the rally, seeing where she is, her position, you know, all that stuff, how successful they're doing, their struggles, their wins, all that sort of stuff is making me feel a little bit more connected to her, probably, than she is to me. But she's also very focused on the rally and has more important things to do than to worry about me. Yay for cards. One a day for the last, well, this is the 7th day. There we go. Now, if I can keep this truck on the trail. Apparently, we are headed to a lava tube. I love me some lava tubes. So that's the first stop on the agenda that Brett's going to take us to. Brett is in the lead. He knows this area very well. And we are, since we're in the Mojave National Preserve, there will be no drone footage. I would have loved to have flown my drone around that traveler's cabin and got the sweet aerial views of camp and everything out there. But National Preserve, no fly zone, is what it is. Pretty incredible views out here. Well, thanks to Gaia's historical wildfire layer, I can look and see the details of the wildfire for this area that we're currently driving into. It looks very, very sad and depressing. Just all the burned and dead Joshua trees still hanging around. But this is the, let's see. But apparently this is the dome fire in 2020 is what we're looking at here. We are currently in the volcanic area of Mojave National Preserve. That big mound that you see in front of us is a cinder tube, according to the map. So we're not far from the lava tubes, and I'm excited because I love me some lava tubes. little skylight for the lava tube.
I saw a picture one time of a kid with their head poked up through there.
Dang, that goes way deep down in there. That's cool. Craig bringing the giant mag light from the 1990s. Definitely not the kind of cave you want to accidentally bump your head on. That'll cause some serious head trauma for sure. Dang, that's sharp. Oh, I think it's real low. Real low. Ha! Didn't bump my head yet. Dang, this is deep.
That's what she said. That's what he said? Someone said.
That's cool. Dang, I should have brought my headlamp. I don't know why I didn't think about that.
You know, this actually worked as a great walking stick in the low spot.
But it did. Just the end of the line?
Yeah,
Huh.
it goes in there, but it doesn't go very far.
I don't feel like belly crawling through there.
You sure? I'll hold your camera for
I'm
you.
good.
You sure?
I'm good. Yeah. Real good.
All right. Hey, you can definitely climb up there and stick your head in the hole. Yeah.
All right, well, that was pretty fun. That was a cool lava tube. Not near as big as the one we went to, Crater of the Moon National Monument in Idaho. But still, way cool. And apparently that is the one lava tube in the Mojave Preserve. Hopefully this road gets better real soon. This is my first time like driving a stock vehicle on 20s, like ever, and it's not fun at all. Not on this stuff. I could probably air them down a little bit, but I'm really concerned about the rocks and the very thin sidewall. So, just gonna leave them. What a view! Well, with a hood this size, it is really nice to have a forward-facing camera. That helps a lot. Man, the view on this side of the Mojaves are incredible. Well, we just stopped for a little snacky lunch on the trail. We should be hitting highway fairly soon. It's 1:40. Brett's planning on some late lunch, early dinner place that he knows of along the way to wherever we're going. So we were all getting a little bit hangry. But man, this has been maybe... Okay, I don't know if this has been my favorite day, but it ranks up there. This whole area has been incredible. This is the road that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend. Some people started driving and not knowing what it was, and now they keep on driving it forever just because this is the road that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend. Good Lord. Apparently, we are on a section of the course that the ladies did 2 days ago. I think 2 days ago. This was part of their tracks. They had waypoints out here in the desert to find. So that's cool. But dang, it's just really long and now rough. It wasn't pretty, back when I was flying the drone, it was pretty smooth. But now someone's thrown some golf ball size rocks and some, I don't know, what, pickleball size rocks on the trail, and it's not fun. It's very rough now. I don't like it anymore. Have I mentioned how much more enjoyable this would be if this truck had proper wheels and tires and not this low profile 20-inch wheel BS? But this is crap. Good Lord. Oh. Caught the Starlink. This is why you don't put 20-inch wheels on an off-road vehicle. It's awful. Now, I can understand if, you know, if you've got 37s, not horrible. Still garbage, but not horrible garbage. I mean, 40s, I get it. 40s and a 20-inch wheel. I mean, no, I still don't get that either. Better. But why would anyone put 20s on an off-road vehicle? I don't understand. And this came from the factory. This is nothing on four-wheel campers. Because that's just most people who are buying this truck aren't taking them even on roads like this. Much less on roads like I did earlier. I always assume when I see someone with 20-inch wheels and especially 33s and 35-inch tires, I'm like, yeah, you don't take that off-road ever. And that's fine. But man, Lord help them if they do. They will learn their mistake. Oh, we are officially off that godforsaken trail and on pavement, and I'm so happy. It's smooth. All my fillings are staying in place. I no longer have a headache. It's good. It's good. But we have about a 2-hour drive, hour and 45-minute drive to get near Joshua Tree. Well, due to circumstances beyond our control, we have arrived at camp stupid late. Currently hungry, tired. That was a long day on a rough trail, and got a little bit of work to do. So let's see. Ooh, we do have a very full moon tonight. Man, check that out. This camera is awesome. But look, there's let's see. There's Rob right there. You can see the terrain from the moonlight. Oh, did you see that shooting star? It was right there. Did you see that? That was awesome. Oh. Wow, that's first. But yeah, look how bright it is. Look how good you can see the terrain. Okay, well, I'm gonna set up a. It's with the full moon. It can't be a star lapse. It'll be a moon lapse. I'll set up a moon lapse. See this beautiful terrain lit up by the moon, and I'll see you in the morning. Wow, last night was crazy windy. Like some gusts shook the truck back and forth multiple times. I cannot imagine for the girls in the rally what that was like in their tents out in the sand dunes, because they were supposed to have just as strong winds as we had here, if not even a little stronger. Luckily for Kara, last night was a marathon night and not a base camp night, so Kara got to sleep in her Jeep, because she's got the SHW drawer platform and seat delete on the back, and she's got her Born Outdoors Badger bed that she just takes the stuff out, rolls out the Badger bed, and boom, she's sleeping in her Jeep. She very much likes that setup. So hopefully she slept well. I don't know how well Danielle would have slept. Guess I'll find out. But today is the last day of the rally competition. There's still more activities and stuff tomorrow with the awards and the gala tomorrow evening and that sort of stuff. So me and the guys are splitting up today because they're camping somewhere tonight. Bryce, Danielle's husband, he flies in today, so he and I have an Airbnb tonight, and then we'll get to see the girls hopefully first thing in the morning. At least that's the plan that I know of. It's possible they may decide not to camp at base camp tonight and come hang out with us, but I doubt it. I think they're going to camp at base camp tonight. So we're going to split up. I've got my errands to run. They've got their errands to run. I've got to check into the Airbnb, that sort of stuff. So I'm not sure what's going to happen the rest of the day. But I know the trail getting out of here is going to be crazy beautiful. And then I'll definitely show you around tomorrow we're doing a cleanup at Soggy Lake, I think it's what it's called, in Johnson Valley. And then we get to do there's a public rig show-off thing, and a public award ceremony in the morning. And then we got the gala tomorrow night. Should be fun. Well, that is definitely one of my favorite campsites of the whole trip. I wish we were able to get here earlier yesterday to really be able to soak it in. And apparently there's quite a few campsites in this area, just tucked into all these Joshua trees. And apparently there are some giant Joshua trees out here. We did pass some driving in last night. Can't wait to see them in the daylight today. This area in the Joshua trees has just blown me away. It is so gorgeous. I want to come explore this area in more detail. There are some very technical trails in this area too. And apparently we're real close to Big Bear, which I've never experienced. Don't know that I want to come back and do Big Bear. I wouldn't want to do Big Bear in this stock truck. Maybe in the winter, assuming Kara and Danielle are going to come back to another Rebelle Rally training, especially in the dunes, to hone their dune driving skills. While they are in Glamis training, I can come up here and explore like I did last year and went to the Sonoran Desert. This year I'll come to this area. I think that would be amazing. So yeah, I think that will happen. All right, back on pavement. That is a pretty short trail. It was less than 9 miles from pavement to camp. I think maybe like 7.5. So not bad at all. The trail is rough though. You know, the wind has been absolutely crazy the last 18 hours. And I was really impressed with how well the four-wheel camper handled the wind. There was no flapping of the fabric, no weird noises, no creaking, aside from the occasional massive gust that would just shake the whole truck. It was awesome. You know, if you were in a rooftop tent, it would be lots of flapping and shaking and stuff, but the fabric on that four-wheel camper is really thick, and the struts on it hold it up really well, so it doesn't move. Really impressed by that.
Yeah, they're certainly choosing an interesting line.
The person directly past it looking like they're coming down that way would be 188.
188?
Yeah.
I don't think that's 188.
No,
120 then?
that's 120. Yeah, 120 is coming down the hill.
Is it a Jeep?
Yes, it is a
Yeah,
Jeep.
then it's 120.
Yeah, 120 hit it first.
188's Bronco Raptor.
188 is trailing them, about to make it up there. Last I checked. Oh, that is steep. Those girls got bricks in the seats right now.
They're 120 are rookies too. This is their first year.
Nice.
They're winning rookie of the year as far as it stands right now, and it's basically it. So
Yeah, they're kicking ass.
Okay, well, here's an update. The sun is setting. Kara and Danielle tried to take maybe a shortcut back to camp from the last checkpoint, and for the last hour and a half have been stuck on the side of a hill. Recovery people are out there. They've got winch lines attached to her. So the condo that I'm at is about an hour away from Johnson Valley, where they are. I'm headed out there. I can't do anything. I can't get involved. I can't help. But in case they decide to not camp at base camp tonight because their nerves are just shot and all that stuff, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be close. I got my Starlink, so I'll have all the connectivity. I can watch her on the tracker, see when she finally starts moving. But this is not how they wanted to end the rally. I don't know what this means for their standing, and all that. Don't really care. Slim chance they can still get Rookie of the Year, but I think they needed their base camp numbers to do that, and they'll be late to base camp, obviously, because they'll be the last ones into base camp, so I don't think they'll get those points. I'll keep you updated.
If you go left by just yeah, there you go. That'll help you stay flatter. You're good now.
Oh my God! Oh my God! You got it, girl! Oh my God! Good job. Hey, congratulations! Holy shit!
I know, totally.
You guys have made it to the end of the 2024
Yes.
Rebelle Rally. How do you feel?
We went out in style. We feel amazing. I would trust her spotting still to this day, and you know, it's a beautiful adventure. So
You have every single team out here to welcome you back in. That's so much of the Rebelle spirit. How are you doing, babe? I'm better now. This team have had a hell of an adventure. I'm not going to keep them because we need to wrap up and go inside and party because everyone is home. Back to you. I don't even know who we're going back to at this point, but this is the end of the 2024 Rebelle Rally and all Rebels are home safe.
All right, they made it back to base camp under their own power. Everybody was out there cheering them in. It was a beautiful sight. I mean, if you're gonna end the rally, they definitely did it in style. So, man, they absolutely killed it this week. And I'm gonna sit here until Kara gets her phone out and calls me. Which, by the way, is taking way too long. Well, good morning from the flats of Johnson Valley. Kara and I ended up staying here last night together, which was awesome. Kara's already had to bail. She had to go over to base camp because Kara is going to participate in the Tread Lightly cleanup this morning with me. Bryce and Danielle went back to their condo. Needless to say, both girls weren't really happy last night. I think the official standings will show that they did lose out to Rookie of the Year by 1 point. But they gained so much more than just a trophy. They made a name for themselves in this experience. That's so much more than a trophy. They had such a killer week. It was just absolutely incredible. So right over there's base camp for the Rebelle. And somewhere, either over there or over there, is the cleanup meetup, which I'm almost late for. Actually, I technically am late for, so gotta go.
I really appreciate you guys taking the time this morning, instead of sleeping in a little bit more, to come out and help. So we'll use this as our base camp. Feel free to grab trash bags, gloves, and then anywhere that direction that you want to go search out trash, feel free.
Well, we've picked up a decent amount of trash, but I will say I am a bit surprised. I mean, what we have gotten has been over a huge area. So I mean, we've walked all around here. You can see where those people. We walked over there, all the way back over there where those cars are, on the other side of that RV. All this trash came from this huge area. So overall, really impressed with how clean this area has been. Most of it, you could tell, has been stuff that, you know, people had at camp and the winds picked up and blew paper plates away or blew paper towels away, or, you know, that sort of thing. We did find one frame for a pop-up canopy that I made a pin and guide GPS so that I could tell them where it is, because we can't drag that back. Basically got Team Milestar here at the rally. They're the only two teams running Milestar tires. Carrie, who won the X-Cross class, was running the Milestar AT Pros, and Kara's running the XTs. Neither of them had tire issues this whole event. All right, well, here are the winners of the 4x4 class Rebelle Rally. Nina Barlow in a bone stock Gladiator Mojave. The Shelby Hall team in a not quite so, no, actually I think that's a Bronco Raptor. It is actually stock, I think. Came in second place, and then the Total Chaos team with their brand new Tacoma. This type of area and this type of driving is exactly what the Mojave is designed for, and this Jeep absolutely soaked it up. It did so well, but this is why you buy a Mojave, for this type of terrain and for this type of driving.
Representing 118 cities, 27 states, 6 countries. It was 2,681 kilometers long. Yes. That's if you did the shortest distance right on point. Did you do that? No! You did more like maybe 3,200 kilometers. There were 8 stages, 3 base camps, and 2 marathons. Did you like the marathons? Yeah. It started in Mammoth Mountain Thank you to Mammoth Mountain for letting us drive up your ski resort like no one else would let us do, and start in a place that was almost 10,000 feet above sea level. We went down to Death Valley below sea level. We covered every type of terrain except maybe East Coast mud, although we did probably have some mud, and classic Nevada dry lake beds, and the seldom chance to have actually a wet lake bed on Soggy Lake. Really excited to finish here in Johnson Valley. It is iconic in the world of off-road.
Well, Carrie and Danielle did such an incredible job, but I want to brag on their third teammate as well. Boo did a fantastic job this week. 0 issues. The tires did great, the suspension did great. I mean, the Jeep just absolutely rocked everything that they threw at it. And this has been such an incredible Wrangler. Well, that hillside is where Kara and Danielle spent a good portion of last night in a very precarious position to get recovery. So we're going to drive up there and see what it looks like from the top. All right, Kara's leading us up the back side of the mountain, as this was the easiest way up. And you can't see squat over this hood. Very ominous that there are 4 crosses up here on top of this hill. Is that another memorial or the name for a trail down?
5 memorials here.
5 memorials? Well, I'm really glad y'all weren't 6. Dang! Y'all decided to go serious Johnson Valley rock crawling.
Yeah. So we came down this, and got to here and paused, and I walked, and from right where we're standing, that looks really sketchy.
Agreed?
So I walked down there and I was like, you can come this way. It does look easier.
Yeah, you make this left turn and then
You're done.
I don't know where you go.
Oh, dang.
I honestly don't know where you go.
Where did y'all get pinned down there? Can you see it from here?
Once
Yeah,
I was
it's
going
real
over
soft.
Here, it was too late. We should have went that way and tried to figure out a way out.
Mike could have bailed that way.
Could have bailed that way.
But that is so off camber there.
But
You
it
would
goes,
yeah.
it turns around and it goes back up because
Yeah.
the dirt bikes did it. So it's an actual road. So my idea was start going down this, and if we stayed left.
Oh, over there between the bushes?
Between those bushes, if we had stayed left, we could have driven it out.
Yeah.
But she was sliding, so she had no choice.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have control. It was out of her control at that point. And so we had already started going down. And if you see this deep rut to the right, you can't really see what happens right before that rut. But I was like, we can't go down that because her front passenger tire would have fallen into the rut, and then it would have definitely tipped. And so I should have had her start trying to turn way earlier to get over there.
Yeah, because it was so soft, it was just grabbing forward.
I should have had her way further over to the driver's side. But then she started to try to turn, and she couldn't. The rear end was sliding, and she would inch forward and it would slide more, and it was getting so tippy. And so she ended up hopping out, and I said, I'll try it, I'll hop in. I hopped in. I went like 10 inches and it got even tippier, and I was like, yep, got to get out right now. So I grabbed the sat phone and I tossed it to her. She called emergency dispatch. I was not able, I had my helmet on, but she had to pull me out because it started to tip so much. Hopped out. When my weight came out, it tipped up even more. But I should have shut it off, didn't shut it off. But anyway, so it just sat there. We called dispatch. They measured it. I think it was off 54 or 56 degrees. Tipped.
Yeah, that's what Nick said.
54 or 56
That is
degrees.
insane.
Yeah.
From here, I'm taking that.
Yeah, you can just drive it. But once you go over there.
Oh, here's a little teaser. Danielle's dress has basically turned the ceiling into a disco ball.
I'm about to dance like a disco.
That's all I read.
Alright, we are at the gala and Kara looks absolutely stunning.
So we really know how tough it is because between Chrissy, myself, and Jimmy, we created a really tough competition. It doesn't matter your level of experience in off-road and competition, the Rebelle is different. And so it is tough to get up onto that podium your first year. But how many first-year rookies wanted to win the Rebelle Rally? Come on, we know it. And in 4x4, third place. Chrissy, step on up.
All right, third place, we have 133, Coding and Off-Roading. Mally Vander, Sarah Russo, come on up.
Team Iridium. Representing the company so well on course.
I know, these guys always had a smile out there. Love it. Second place, we have 120 Team Grit and Grace. You guys know them. And first, those rookies, which was a tight race this year, guys.
It's a rally, not a race.
No, it was the race for Rookie of the Year. Was very tight between these guys and 154 Trail Trust. Kristen Matlock and Ashley Ballas.
Everybody always talks about how hard it is for the navigators. And I feel like I'm the best friend and the best driver. And I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anyone else. I'm sorry, I'm crying. I want to tell you guys that I sat up on the mountain for 2.5 effing hours watching all of you. We were first off the line yesterday. We went and got that blue. Chrissy, where are you? I'm going to talk to you later about this. Your husband saw me. We got that blue, and I navigated us down a wrong way. And I sat up there for 2.5 hours, and I cried the whole time, watching every one of you guys cross the line. And this rally was incredible.
Well, we've officially come full circle. We are back at the 4-Wheel Camper headquarters in Woodland, California. Kara got the full tour, got to see some of the other models, and check out the different flatbed models and that sort of stuff. Yeah, this is the Granby, so it's got 2 extra feet.
Yeah,
compared to the compared to the Hawk that.
Yeah, so that space is mostly in the dinette. Yeah, for sure. Whenever I was in Avis and them, it's like maybe here. Yeah.
This is a very viable option for us. This time next year, we will begin traveling full time and trying to look at that, you know, really analyze what that is going to look like. And this is a realistic option for us. So we'll see what happens. Well, the last time we saw you on camera, it was at the gala. That was on Saturday. Sunday, we just chilled. The girls just needed to relax, so we went to Bryce and Danielle's condo. Their condo had a pool and a hot tub, and we just spent the day there. Went to a real nice place out for dinner to celebrate. And Monday, we drove to St. George, Utah, dropped off Kara's Jeep at a friend's house there, where we're going to leave it there for the time being. We will come back out and get it or have it shipped home. Still not sure what we're doing with Boo yet, but we'll get it home eventually. And then Tuesday, we spent 13 hours driving from St. George to San Francisco. So got to experience what this setup is like on a long haul, you know, all day driving type of trip. It was very comfortable. And then yesterday, we spent the day in San Francisco. There's nobody in that car driving at all. Look at that. There's nobody in there.
What a little fan thingy, the sensors on the side.
I know. And had an absolute blast. We toured Alcatraz. We ate amazing food. We took 2 different self-driving taxis around town. That was bonkers. It's a Jaguar. What the? Can we get in? I want a front seat. How does it work? How do you open the doors?
Unlock.
Oh, look at that. There's no driver.
Good afternoon, Kara.
Good afternoon, Kara.
That's what it said.
Look at that. This is the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whoa. Slammed on the brakes.
Almost there. Don't forget your phone, keys, or bag.
All right, we're going to make a left.
Oh, this is...
We're going to make a left. Don't hit the pedestrians.
The doors will remain locked when we arrive. Pull the handle.
Okay, here we go.
Exit. The first pull unlocks. The second opens the door.
It did it. All right, we did it.
Please make sure
Well, we didn't die.
That's crazy.
That's way crazy. All right, we called him Tony. All right, thanks, Tony. We're going to go eat Tony's pizza. Ugh. Oh, there he goes. They got nobody in his car. He's just off. We went to Little Italy. We went to Chinatown. And we had an absolute blast in San Francisco. Do not recommend a full-size 2500 size truck in San Francisco. Not made for it. A small Tesla, perfect vehicle for San Francisco. A scooter, also perfect vehicle in San Francisco. Not a full-size truck. Parking is horrible. The streets are very narrow too. So anyway, I want to thank Four Wheel Campers for allowing me to use their beautiful GMC Sierra AT4 and this hot camper. It was awesome to have on this trip. So thank you very much, Four Wheel Campers. If you liked the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not. If you want to consider supporting the channel, gain access to special events, special content, all of our GPS data, like everything I did over the course of these last 4 videos. Check out the Patreon link in the description. And for all of our merchandise, go to shopoverlandapparel.com. See you next time.